Yeah, I am absolutely ready.
We're doing it.
I'm having a hard time bringing up the right windows here, but I hope you're all having a great Tuesday. For those of you in the U.S., happy Memorial Day, one day belated. Dan,
check this out. Check this out, guys. You ready for this? Hopefully it doesn't mess up our lower thirds.
It will.
Bam.
Oh,
you're
I'm
me
Dan
now.
Hey, look at me.
switched.
I'm the Dan now. Dan and I are in the Switcher Studio office because, well, after what seems like a decade, we have gotten good internet.
Yeah, we got some pretty good internet here. We got the fiber internet coming in.
Hoo-wee. So we wanted to make sure we probably won't go live every Monday/Tuesday to do coffee and questions from the office. But we do have some bigger news coming here with probably a new update before long, and we will say at some point. So we needed to test the internet and make sure that things were looking and sounding good. If you are watching, let us know how it looks, how it sounds, because this is kind of a test for us.
Yeah, I mean, I did a test beforehand before we were
this
live.
This is like the real. This one's the real one.
This is
a real
we're
test.
we're live. We're out there for the world.
Yep.
Make sure you guys are out there putting your comments in for us.
Yep.
You know, something I've wanted to do for a long time is actually be like, hey, Matt, cheers.
Hey.
Cheers.
I'm
Actually
Matt.
do
This is
that.
Dan. I'm the community manager. Dan is the senior project educator. And every Monday, unless there's a holiday, and now it's Tuesday, we go live on YouTube every week, and then we alternate between our Facebook page and our Facebook group, the Switcher Studio Enthusiast group, to answer your questions. This is Coffee and Questions. So if you're joining us, ask your questions. We're going to answer them. We'll be live for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many questions you have. Yeah.
I haven't seen comments coming in yet, so yeah,
Everyone's
let's get
waking
those,
up,
Get waking those up. Get those questions coming in. Hey, Switcher Studio says good morning.
Hey, good morning,
Good
Switcher.
morning, Switcher Studio.
I think that's Tim.
Is it Tim
Yep.
or Claire?
It's
One
Tim.
of the two of them.
It's Tim. It tells me right here.
I think Claire is also saying hi.
Good morning. Oh, over there on YouTube.
Man,
yeah.
it's weird talking to you right next to me.
I know. I'm trying. I'm just gonna look right here. It's gonna be
Just
fun.
look like I'm normally looking right down here or up at the camera or something, but now I can.
You have to
just be
kind of
like,
figure
hey,
out which way to
what's
look.
going
Yeah,
on?
it's like there's too
What
many
do I do with my hands?
ways to alternate. We're also sitting behind a desk that's not really made for two people, so we keep bashing our knees into it. So
Yep, I did that this morning while setting up. I proceeded to try and put my feet underneath the table, bash my knee, and sat there for about 5 minutes. So I'm trying not to scream in pain.
I see some questions coming in. One
Let's-
here on
do it.
Facebook from Christie. Can you use this system, Switcher, on TikTok?
I believe you can, right?
If TikTok
there's
has
there's some stuff you have to.
Yeah, TikTok, I think you have to have 1,000 followers, and then you have to apply to be able to use a custom RTMP. And once you do that, then the answer is yes. So TikTok, I hope that they're going to make it easier to do more stuff with their live streaming, but it's not easy just now. So
I'm gonna Google TikTok on our thing and see. No, we don't have an article on it yet. That's right, because I like, as Matt said, if you search custom RTMP on Switcher Studios, it's support.switcherstudio.com is our help center. If you search there, that's how you would set up, and basically you get a stream URL and stream key from TikTok, plug that into Switcher, and then we would be able to send the video out. That's kind of the way you would do it. So, yeah.
hopefully that works for you, and hopefully you have enough followers. I know TikTok is real big. So.
Hey, and Christy also says good morning. Good morning, Christy.
Yep, and good morning. Awesome. We're going to hop over here to YouTube. Edda, do you plan green screen for live streaming?
So I'm not sure if we're going to have chroma key or green screen directly inside of Switcher. I always hate to say no, that's definitely not happening, because things could change in the future, but right now it's not on the roadmap.
Right.
We always like to give alternatives for things like if it's available and possible, and that is something you could do with Switcher. What we have is if you search on, again, the support center, it's support.switcherstudio.com. If you search for iOS screen sharing, you can do that and use another. You could also search for green screen or chroma key in there, and this would come up. Kind of the workaround we've seen people use is using an application called VScope. It's VEE Scope. So they're using that to do the chroma key, and then we're kind of doing an iOS screen share to bring that into Switcher. It is a little bit clunky and a little bit more of a workaround, but it is a way to get chroma key into Switcher. Yep. Now, alternatively, if you just like need to get like alpha video into Switcher or something, you can do we can get rid of the background, the black background of a video. So that's something that could also work if you just need to put like lyrics on screen or something. So if that's what you're looking for, I'd check out that as well.
Yeah. And if you are not a part of our community already on Facebook, you can go there, and there are some examples of other users who are using vScope for the green screen option. So Switcher Studio Enthusiast, you can search for that on Facebook. All right, just moving down here on YouTube, one from Mary.
Mary, yep, I see that here.
Yep. Hear you good, thank you. Have a question. We tried to live stream both Facebook and YouTube, but Facebook went dark and would not let us on. Anything you can give me for some help?
So it could be a couple different things going on depending on what happened or how it happened. If it just dropped out, did you get an error within Switcher Studio? It's possible that the network was having trouble holding up to your live stream. So where YouTube was able to reconnect, Facebook had some trouble and dropped out. Could be an option. Another interesting thing that you kind of have to consider when you're doing multi-stream or live streaming just in general is if there's music playing during the live stream or like even if it's just in the background, it could have gotten copyrighted claimed on one of those platforms. So that could be a way that Facebook dropped out, but YouTube continued to go.
You have to be really careful if you're playing any music because you'll instantly get shut down, especially Facebook. I feel like Facebook is one that will like they catch it real quick. And I know like I'm not telling you to be illegal, but like if you're using not your music, your stream will probably go down. So just be very thoughtful about that.
Oh, hey, look it. We got Nick from
Nick.
Yeah, Matt's got it. TikTok needs 1K followers and apply for access.
Yep.
That's right.
I would assume that at some point they're going to change that, but I know that I think Instagram had some weird like prerequisites before you could stream it for a while, but then they eventually changed it. I'm trying to remember, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, as things get more open and stuff, you can do more things. Hello, thanks for all the good mornings and hellos, everybody. I hope you're enjoying some coffee or, tea if it's the afternoon or, water. Just
Ed says he sees your arm flailing in the frame. Yeah, Ed, if you're just joining us a little bit late here, Dan and I are we're right next to each other. Oh, sorry. You go to the other,
high fives.
You go to the other
Yeah,
thing.
go to the wide shot.
Yeah, we're testing out the office internet, and I think so far so good.
Man, I'm such a fidgeter too. Like if you see it over here, like I'm sitting here just opening and closing a drawer like nonstop, just because I'm such a fidgeter when I'm doing stuff. So
you're doing great.
Yeah.
I've learned to mostly keep my body still-ish.
I have not.
Don't go back and watch
any
other copying questions because it's probably me like adjusting my legs, and I'm a tall guy, so it's hard to keep still. Okay. Let's see here. Junior here on Facebook asks if there's going to be any new lower thirds.
Let me find that. I was just putting up some of like any new lower thirds. We don't have any planned right now, but that's again something where if you have an idea or something that you'd like to see, let us know and we could see what's possible. Don't forget, you can always bring in an image as a PNG and have it be a lower third. Like that's how we're basically
you want to show us our titles there.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put this one back up here, like this Ask Your Switcher Studio Questions. That's just a PNG overlay that we're putting up. So that can be done as well. But like as far as like the animated ones, don't have any planned right now. But again, like you can email support@switcherstudio.com with some ideas if you have some, and if it's possible for us to add those, we can give it a go.
Yeah, and really, like your creativity is the limit as far as creating your own lower thirds, because like
we totally aren't. You're right, Ed. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Like I'm looking at you and I'm looking off the screen right now.
Oh yeah.
Should I swap that? We should. It's gonna mess up our. It's gonna mess up.
Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at the wall.
It's going to mess up our lower thirds, but I can totally do
No,
that.
this is good. On the fly, live stream, switcherooski.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. To do this, I've got that
All right.
multi-view set up, and I'm going to duplicate it so I
Okay.
don't ruin it. Edit, and then I'm just going to switch my presets. So we have Studio Cam 3 should be you. You're up there twice, and this one should be me. So now we can use this, and now look, when I'm looking this way, am I looking at you? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good to me. But now our names are messed up probably, right?
Yeah, now our names are messed up, so
It's
I can't do that.
fine.
We just
See, Ed, we got to make him work. It's good for him. It's really good.
I saw one from on YouTube, I think, said, can we use 2 accounts on Facebook at the same time?
Yep.
There's a couple ways you can do multiple Facebook things. Now, you can only have one Facebook account linked to Switcher Studio.
Right.
But ways around that are you can check out cross-posting if you're going to multiple pages. Groups do cross-posting too. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So groups and pages can do cross-posting, so you can go live from one and share that video out on multiple of those pages.
Now you're making me doubt myself. Yes?
I believe so. Someone tell us if we're lying, and we'll correct ourselves. We'll admit when we're wrong. But also with the multi-streaming, you could set up your Facebook stream as one, and then do custom RTMP, which is the traditional way of streaming,
Right.
and set that up via the other Facebook page that you're trying to stream to, and you'd be able to stream to that as well. So that's how you would do 2 Facebook accounts at one time.
Awesome. Let's see here.
Good morning from Houston, Texas. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. I hear it's pretty hot in Texas recently. Hopefully it's not too bad where you are. It probably is, though.
To go out of this feature because the keys that appear to... I'm a little confused with this one, this
On
question
YouTube?
here. Sorry. If I start guided access on my iPad Pro M1, is it impossible to go out of this feature because the keys that appear to digit the code is... I think the guided access is like where you can put things on screen. I'll tell you what, this might be tough for us to identify and figure out on this live stream, but if this is a good one to email our support at switcherstudio.com. Try and use the same Switcher account, the Switcher email for your same email you use for your Switcher account when you write in. But yeah, check out, write it into us so we can identify this a little bit better, figure out exactly what's going on, and help you out there.
Yeah. All right, I see one here on Facebook from Rick. Is there a tutorial or how-to as far as doing a background like how y'all have it when you are doing a split screen?
I can run through it if you want to see how we do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So yeah, you want to see how I've set this up right here, this multi-view. So yeah, let me bring this down, and okay. I have to make sure I'm doing it right.
Dan's not used to it. He's not at his
Yeah,
home.
I've got things messed up. Like things are a little bit different here. Okay, so you're looking at a secondary iPad running Switcher. So here's how I'd go about setting that up. Plus icon down here, there at the bottom. Bring in multi-views. I'm going to choose 2 view here, and this is the one I use over here. So notice you have some options here for like slot assignment. It says select each time. I would come in and do pre-select. So this allows you to choose beforehand which each angle is. So we'll do that. Unfortunately, I don't have another device to choose, but I would choose Matt's angle there as well for that B slot. Now, notice the background is just black. I would come down here to background image, tap on that, come to my photo library because I know this is on there. This is one that we use for broadcasting blueprints, the background. So I'll bring that in there so you can see, you can like adjust the opacity if you wanted to. And I believe that's it. So just tap done. And now we have that down here as a multi-view or a 2-up. So I would just tap on that one, and there it goes. Very similar, like what you're seeing as part of the actual Switcher production. I have a 3-up. It's the exact same process. I just, pre-selected this iPad screen as a source using iOS screen sharing. Then I have the 2 cameras we have connected as the other ones. So just one tap, able to bring them up. hope that helps.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, great question.
Let us know. David said he's having some buffer and stutter issues, but it might be his hamster-powered internet. So if the rest of you are having issues, let us know. I don't see anything on our end, but
yeah, I think we're holding up all right. So,
yep.
Cool.
Timothy says you can have groups and pages for the Facebook. So
Good
that's
job.
Good to know. Thank you, Timothy.
Thank you for
Appreciate that. And okay. I'm used to having like 2 monitors at home when I'm doing this with you, so it's like I'm trying to like I'm doing split screen on this small MacBook Air.
Yeah, we're just going through. You know, we're trying to get those questions. I saw something from Kevin Jack here. He said the best thing about the in-app lower third is the animation in and out. A few more would help us easily level up. Okay, yeah, Kevin too. If you have an idea for what you'd like to see there, let us know.
Yep.
Yeah,
please do. I see one here on YouTube. Let's see, Straight Talk, asking if we'll be getting a 1-day pass for Switcher, and the answer is as of now, no. I know that there have been talks at times, but that's not on the roadmap for now. So, good question though, and we'll let you know if that changes at all in the future. Joseph's seen we have good internet, and it's incredible. I think we had 75 upload speed, which going from what we were before in this office. I think before in this office we were like.
Well, here's the thing, and here's I'm gonna make sure I'm looking at the right camera now. Still, the important thing to look at is not just your internet speed. I know we talk about check your internet speed and make sure it's good, but what was happening with our old network is we were getting decent upload and download speed. I think it was like 20 megabit.
Was it 20? Okay.
And 40 down. But the problem is that wasn't a consistent connection. It would drop out. So what's happening is we're going live at 1080p or 720, whatever, and it's looking great, and then the internet dips out for even 30 seconds, and then that's time that it has to catch up for. And if that happens 2 or 3 times, you're getting so far behind that the video is just going to start buffering, and it can't keep up. So yeah,
we stopped going live from here because of that, because we knew the limitations, and we want to have good live streams. So yeah, better internet has helped, and yeah.
So we're here. It's exciting. It does feel weird to be.
It does.
In person.
Yeah, it really does. And we also have to have the AC off because it's super loud. So if we start looking sweaty, that's why. All right, Danny here on Facebook says, does Switcher use adaptive bit rate? And if so, how does it work? Conflict with the channel bonding, such as Speedify, which also tries to manage the bit rate.
The bit rate's going to be consistent. I'm trying to remember what it's set at by default. Let me go over here and find out. See if I know. I think it's 3 megabits. I think I might have to have director mode on. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know off the top of my head, and we can get clarification on this because this is a little more technical than what I'm used to. But I believe it is a fixed bit rate. I know people have used the Speedify with Switcher Studio with a lot of success, so I don't think that there's any issues there. So I think it's going to work just fine. But yeah, Switcher is going to set that bit rate for you.
Great.
Someone please correct me if I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to correct you. So,
well, Switcher Studio here said that's correct. I know that wasn't for this. That was for something completely
different. It was probably
different.
it was for Facebook. Yeah. Yes, I accept.
I see this one. I'm not exactly sure what we mean by thick when streaming. If you could give us a little more information, we might be able to help you with this one. Again, for anyone out there, if you're still having issues with Switcher, you can email support@switcherstudio.com, and we're happy to help you there.
Do you have the lower third to put that on there?
I might.
No pressure here. No pressure.
I need to make a new one. Guys,
he has about I don't know 20 different options. No, more, okay, he keeps going up. He has a lot of different options to choose from here.
My eyes are going bad, and I
You're
don't
older.
think I do have one right
it's
now.
Okay.
Wait,
it's there somewhere.
Wait. Bam.
It's
not the right thing exactly what we need, but
That's
support
fine.
at Switcher
Yep,
Studio.
there you go. If you have any, if there's questions we can't answer, please send us an email there. And like Dan said, use your email that's linked to your Switcher account. So Ed's asking on Facebook here, have you investigated far enough with the new RCP2 released this past week to believe it's a good investment? I think you're talking about the Rodecaster Pro 2.
Oh, okay. I was like, RCP. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we are. I have only kind of looked at it. I've watched like a video or two, but not enough to know whether it's going to be that much of a difference between the one that we're using here and that. Do you know more about it, Dan?
I don't know too much about the new one. Honestly, the old one works so well. It's funny, like some of this audio stuff, like the technology hasn't changed all that much. Like the Rodecaster 1 is great, but I'll look into it. I'll take a look at the Rodecaster Pro 2, see what's going on with it, and see if it does really elevate enough to justify either purchasing a new one or buying it over the old one.
It looks really fancy.
Yeah. Do you know how many channels it has on it? I haven't really looked at it too much. Because I just got out of the COVID quarantine stuff.
6? So. I might be making that up.
So yeah, I'm still catching up on stuff. How many does that have? This is 4, and then you can do like the mix minus to bring in.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, so I don't want to. I don't know.
We're Googling right now.
Do a quick look see here. Try that one.
That looks like the regular.
Oh, that was regular? Oh, well then I don't know. We'll look at it.
We'll let you know. We'll figure it out. That's a good thing. We want to do an audio stream here coming up soon. So
yeah, that we're planning on the next month or so to be able to do an audio stream for you. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this one specifically, plus the Behringer.
Yep.
Which it looks weird how that one's spelled, and I always say it wrong in my brain.
I'm gonna answer this question too.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna figure out how many channels it is.
You go ahead and search that. Timothy has the question here. What is the proper upload speed for streaming? It's going to depend on the quality you're streaming at and how good your router is, if it can handle the streaming. So the biggest thing to do is test beforehand. I like to be on the conservative side of things when it comes to my internet speeds, like where if you're doing a 720p, you could probably get by with 5 megabits of upload speed. I'm really not going to do it if I have less than maybe 8 to 10. I'm not going to do a 720p stream. Excuse me. And then for 1080p, I'm probably saying 15 to 20 megabits of upload speed is what I'm looking for. Again, you might be able to get by with a little bit less, but I always err on the side of caution when it comes to this stuff.
It just says multiple inputs. It says 9 different channels with 6 hardware faders, 3 virtual faders, and multiple inputs for different devices. So, several?
That could be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I haven't looked much into it. Like I said, I'm just still getting into the swing of things a little bit. So
Nick said it's basically the same thing. It's a little thinner. I'm trying to figure out where that comment was. Mostly the same, but thinner. There we go. Ed says only 4, same amount. So
cool. Okay.
8 would be nice. Maybe I was reading something else. I thought it was more.
So what you need to do is you buy a Rodecaster Pro 2, and you have your Rodecaster Pro, and you plug your Rodecaster Pro into your Rodecaster Pro 2. so
you'll be fine. Yeah.
Don't do that.
And you'll call it a Rodecaster Pro 3 because you had them together.
1 plus 2 is 3. Yeah, we got this.
All right. Let's see here.
Here's one saying, will there be an option to add backgrounds during your live stream? Yeah, we kind of just showed how that is possible to do.
They mean virtual backgrounds.
Virtual backgrounds.
So like green screen options.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. If you search in the help center for green screen, the way to do it, I'll just recap really quickly, is iOS screen sharing and using another app like vScope or something to do the chroma key for us. Again, things might change in the future, but right now that's not something that we're prioritizing or going to be doing. There's Ed, I think, talking about upload speed again. Yeah, the 12 minimum, 100. Yeah.
Oh, upload speed. I went to the Rodecaster Pro to. And I was like, 12 minimum? I don't know.
Oh.
All right. I do see
welcome.
an issue here from Leanne on Facebook. Wanted to share an issue I came up against earlier this month with Facebook. Background, I've used social overlays highlighting my guests' Instagram and Facebook, Twitter for my monthly interview show on Facebook, Ladies Who Lunch Conversations. This month, Facebook flagged it and refused to allow me to promote, saying it's using Facebook brand. I have never heard of Facebook saying you're using their brand.
It's using Facebook brand. That's really interesting. I wish I could give you more information or help out more on this, but unfortunately, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of times, it's like a copyright claim or something. I'm wondering if like there's something in the background or something. I don't know.
Is it a Facebook brand? That makes no sense to me.
Matt,
I'm just like looking to see if anything pops up here, because I've not heard of Facebook taking things down because it's using the Facebook brand. Because if you think about anything else you put up, like typically you're gonna like even here you can see like we have the Facebook logo in the corner, like for where the comments are coming from. I guess technically that's using their brand, but I don't know.
Yeah, we might need that might be something else to investigate or look into. I would try and, follow the avenues it tells you to refute that or get back into it.
Were you using like advertising? Like was it, let me read the comment again.
Allow me to promote saying it's using Facebook brand.
Yeah, well, it says branded content that's not allowed in a published post, and this is from the Meta. So there's like a whole. I'll post this in the comments, and maybe that will help you a little bit.
Yeah, sorry to hear you're having those issues. I don't know. I know it wouldn't be anything on Switcher's side, but yeah, very interesting.
Keep us posted.
All right, I need to stop opening these drawers.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's really loud and making.
Okay, let's see here. Trying to look at these small screens.
See, how can a host talk to a remote guest if he is not before Switcher app but on a mic? If you have a remote guest, you can, like the way you would talk to them beforehand, I think is, just set up the remote guest room.
Yeah, do you want to show that? Where to find that?
I'm not sure if I'm totally be able to show.
At least show kind of the general area.
Let me do that and get rid of that for us. So down here's your remote guest. Right here. Yep, it's going to show up. So you can get your link from if you join the room. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I'm on a beta version here. That's why I'm able to show this dot. So, but yeah, you see this invite remote guest. You can go ahead and copy that link and send it to your guest. And, I would just do this before you go live. Check things, make sure everything's going good. They don't need to have the Switcher app or anything for this. This is just from their browser they'll connect. So this can be on, any modern browser is going to work. You can also use an iPhone if they wanted, or an Android phone would work for this, or, however they have it set up from their computer.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. Pavel's asking about create our own cards with multi-views, logos, and so on. Layout. See that one?
Yeah, I got that up. Maybe in the future, I know there's that's something we want to the cards is and kind of projects and things like that is something we want to iterate on and make better. So no information right now, no timeline on when that's available, but that is something we are discussing and want to make better. Yep. So hopefully we can get something out for you. And once we have more kind of headway on it and we're working on that a little more, we can, pass along that information and let you know.
Yep. All right. Just moving on here on Facebook. Junior is asking, in the future, is there going to be a way to use Switcher Studios already MacBook or Mac desktop? I'm guessing on the MacBook or Mac desktop.
Yeah, we've mentioned this one too. Right now we're sticking with the iOS solution. So it's going to be an iPhone or iPad that runs the main Switcher Studio. But again, I don't want to ever say no to that because we're seeing these iPads and these MacBooks. It's so hard for me to go back and forth. I keep wanting to say iPad in there or iPod in there. But yeah, the iPad, like with the
iPod
M1
Nano.
chips, like they're getting closer to each other. So there could be a point in the future where application like Switcher Studio would run well on a MacBook. In that case, we might, or we'll have those conversations and see what's possible for bringing Switcher onto a Mac. But for right now, we're sticking with the iOS stuff.
Yep.
So right before that,
yeah,
soon, hopefully soon for 4K.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Yeah. Missing. There's a lot of chat in here. I'm missing it. All right.
Here's I think talking about a little more. Yeah, talking about the flag thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious as to what's happening to that. Yeah. So it's again support at switcherstudio.com.
Okay.
You can't see there, but
Ewan's asking. First says, hope we're both well. Thank you. Hope you're well as well. Can I re-import? This is on Facebook. Re-import Switcher Studio clips to a live production in-app or through Switcher Studio Cloud.
Okay, can I re-import? Yeah, you can do that. Let me do this. I believe if we come in here and go to video, you'll notice there's different options. Like you could come into My Recordings, and this is going to bring up the recordings that you've done in Switcher here. Oh, there's me with the guitar for that thing from forever ago. But yeah, so I'm not going to clip on that one. But you can come in and choose one and, trim it. So at that point, you want it to come in and out. So this is a production that I've done within Switcher. And just like that, it is now right here as a source in Switcher. So that's something you could do. You could, of course, also upload those to the Switcher Studio Cloud if you wanted to and import them that way. Yeah, definitely can do that. Good question.
Okay. Looking. Thank you all for your questions.
I see a lot of comments, and thank you everyone for helping Leanne out there with her stuff. So
yep.
Hopefully you can get that taken care of.
Yeah. Phil says it looks like in my situation I use their logos for all of their emotes and they blocked me for that. This is all interesting. I've not heard this before.
This is a rabbit hole. I'm kind of interested to go down now.
Romaine's saying we need a countdown for the video, which we use one that's
say that again. Which
on Facebook. It's just towards the probably it just came in.
Okay, who was it from?
Romaine. We need a countdown. Yeah, there you go. We actually use an in-app timer for our countdown, which I think Dan can give you a look-see and where it's at. Yeah,
let me. So it would look something like this. You can kind of see it right over here, like that countdown's going right there. How you can get to that is the plus icon, go to cards, live selling example, and if you scroll all the way down, we have some options here for different timers too, like there's a 10, a 5, a 3, a 1. You can tap on this one, move it around the screen, resize it if you wanted to, if you want it like really big in the middle.
You also can edit. It doesn't have to be 1 minute. You can make it less if you want to.
I want to make a really big one right in the middle.
Just so everyone knows.
Bam, bam, okay. Yeah, and then you can come in here and you can see like the trimmer. So if you wanted to be like a 30-second or something, or like there's that 10-minute one. If you only wanted a 7-minute timer, you could do that too, where I can come in here and be like, all right, I only want this to be 30 seconds.
And then I think once you start it, it comes up as 30. Yeah. Boom. 30 seconds.
That's the way you can do a countdown.
Yep. Hopefully that helps you. I know you also can create them in other programs and then import those here as a video. So awesome. Let me see.
Erick's here and let me go back. Can I use a capture card on my MacBook and use that as a source? There are ways to do that. If you do the remote guest, this will work. If you can get whatever that capture card or whatever it is to show up as a webcam on your computer. You could use that as your source using the remote guest. I know that's what Matt does when he connects from home. I like when I do this, I can see my hand twice. It's very weird.
Okay, yeah.
I'm getting distracted easily. So yeah, that would be the best way to do it. I mean, we do have the switcher cast, which allows you to bring a computer screen in as a source.
Yep.
That's going to be a little bit more clunky. So if you really needed to do this, the way to do it, again, is have that device show up as a webcam on your computer and then use the remote guest to bring it in.
Yeah. Awesome. If you're just joining us, ask some questions in the comments. We would love to answer them for you. We'll stay live here for another little bit. If questions start to slow down, we'll wrap things up. But we do this to help you all make better live streams. So yeah, we do this weekly on YouTube every week, and then we alternate between our Facebook group.
Can I just shout out Ewan here really quick?
Yeah,
just thanks. He had the question. I really like his videos. He does like music and stuff, and it's really cool. And he teaches people how to play. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, you guys should check.
You
check him out.
You should post a link to one of your videos here in the chat.
I think we had him on our social too, like on our Instagram recently. If you go back, you can find his stuff there. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Hey, there's Asia in here. Hello,
hey, Asia. Good morning.
Yeah, just seeing people.
Asia, happy anniversary a couple days ago. Was it
countdown timer for the video player? Interesting. Okay, that does change things.
Oh, that's not what you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
It's kind of there. So here's that video I just did. I'm going to go full screen with this so you can maybe see it a little bit better. I'm going to have to get rid of your comment here. But if you notice, is it already done? Here, let me do a different video that I have. Do we have a good one? I don't really see a good one. Maybe not. Okay, no, this one's just really long. But you see that red bar down there at the bottom? It'll do it. Yeah, you can see it's like already done. That's gonna show you how much time is left. That's kind of the way to do it. I know, not like the exact best, but it's there. It's just like a little slider to tell you how much time is left. That red, of course. That video clip I played was really short, but if you have like a longer one, it'll go yellow and then red at the end, right as it's getting done. Cool. Let me go back to this one, or should I do this one now? What happens if I do that with this? It just cuts off your head a little bit. Yeah, just.
Is that better? It's no problem. Awesome. Thank you all so much for the questions this morning. Seems like things are kind of slowing down here. There's a couple more coming in we'll answer. And if you haven't already, please go give us a review on the App Store. We want to make this app better for you, and your reviews really help us. So head on over there, give us a review, and let us know what you think. All right, Dan, there's a couple more that came in.
I see a lot of things.
They're all coming in here.
Yeah, like
great.
some good questions and good talking points here. Let me go back to this. Wish we can loop videos. Yeah, again, like these are some really cool things that would be useful. We're trying to figure out the best way to implement some of this stuff. Again, we're always iterating on Switcher Studio, making it the best thing possible for everyone. So stay tuned. Again, I don't have a timeline for when something like this will be available, but just know these sorts of things are definitely being talked about. Like a clock for sports. That's not something we just want to add in. We want to make sure it makes sense for how you could use it. And I say that because like right now from this main switching device, you're switching the camera angles, you're adding the graphics. If there's a scoreboard, you're updating the scores on the scoreboard. And if there's a clock, and there's like that clock is starting and stopping, you're going to have to constantly update that and make sure it works with it. So instead of having one more thing that you're pushing a ton of buttons for, we want to make sure it is a very streamlined and smooth process for you to use, not just something clunky that's in there to have be in there. Yep.
Lewis is asking, what's the best setup for audio for an iPad?
That is a very big question.
Yep.
What I recommend doing is going to our help center. Maybe Matt, if you could find that, or Tim. It's the one that has like the flow chart. We have a flow chart in there that's going to ask you questions of, do I need one input or multiple inputs? Do I need I need stereo audio? Is that important or not? Do I need, what's the input look like on my
USB-C
iPad?
versus Lightning versus headphone jack?
Exactly. So that's honestly, I think, the best place for you to find that information, because it really is going to differentiate. It's like, what's your budget for getting stuff? Because like obviously right now we're using some higher quality microphones. We have got the Rodecaster Pro. That's what you can't really see here, but that's how we're bringing our mics in.
Yep.
So that might not be for everybody. Like, plus this is also that's a big thing, and it's portable, but not as portable as something like the Zoom H6. So it really is going to depend on how you're doing things and what you need. So I'd check out that article and follow that flow chart to find the best thing for you.
Yep. Cool. There's just a couple more here. Let's see. Over here on YouTube, Bert is asking, saying, I forgot to import a video into Switcher. Once going live, how can I import it without shutting down Switcher?
Okay. The best way I would do that is using Switcher Cloud. If it's on your, here, let's hop over here to this view again. So if it's on that device, you can just do it very simply by the plus icon, video, and photo library, and doing it there. But notice how there's the Switcher Cloud here as well. That's what I would do. So you'll go to your computer, you'll log into switcherstudio.com. The login's in the upper right-hand corner, and use that same login that you use for the Switcher app.
Yep.
Log in there, take the video, upload it to the Switcher Cloud, and then when you come in here, well, I don't have any on this one here, but you'll see that video file is there, and you can import it directly using that. That's the best way that I can see for you to get that in. I know there's like ways to the airdropping. I still am nervous about airdropping because then it drops out, and don't want it to shut down Switcher. I'm always terrified.
Okay. Let's see here. We'll do one more, and then we'll probably start wrapping things up here. I'm seeing questions kind of slowing down. So from Eric, can I use remote guest in the same network? For example, I want to use an Android phone.
Yeah. So I've seen that done. Of course you can bring in the thing. I guess if you're using an Android, it would have to be different. But yeah, you can use the same network, no problem. I've seen all sorts of interesting uses of remote guest, and that is one of them. So yeah, definitely can work.
Awesome.
iRig 2 works well. iRig Pre 2 will work just fine if it plugs in.
Yep.
Again, there are some other options. We'll do a full live stream.
We've been talking about this for a little bit here. We want to make sure we bring the best information to you all, because audio is just so massive and there's so many different ways to do it. So we're gonna have Jared from our team, who is just an audio master, who will come in and give you all the best tips and tricks. Awesome.
I can do this one really quick.
Yeah,
I can't really demonstrate it, but I can explain the process of how I would do this. Can you guys please demonstrate how to bring in audio while screencasting with a mixer? So you would do the headphone port out of your computer that's screen sharing, plug that into one of the lines on your mixer. It'll probably be like the 3.5 millimeter to XLR cable to plug in, and then just check your levels. I always would play music on my computer, just make sure it sounds good as I'm getting set up, and then just go from there. Run all your other mics and audio sources through your mixer, and then bring them back. Again, that's something we can talk a little bit more about when we do.
Yeah, we definitely get a lot of audio questions, so we want to make sure we bring you all more information. Cool.
I think, I feel like that's a good kind of stop.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone, thanks for hanging out this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are. Dan and I will be back. We'll be back next Monday. Well, this coming Monday, I guess. to answer more of your questions. If we didn't get to your questions, please send us an email, support@switcherstudio.com, and we'll make sure we get that answered there. And you also can then comment on this video, and we'll come back and try to get some questions answered as well. Dan, thanks for your knowledge. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. We hope you all have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you later on.
See you all. Thanks for
Happy streaming.